Fagin's business. Look at that gentleman there, pointed the Dodger. A well dressed man was leaning over and looking at some books in a shop. Bates and Dodger walked towards the man. They sneaked up behind him and stole his silk handkerchief from his pocket. Oliver watched, fascinated. He now understood the meaning of the games played after breakfast. He now understood where all those silk handkerchiefs came from, and the watches, snuff boxes, and other valuables. So, this was how the Dodger Bates and the boys made handkerchiefs and wallets. This was the business they were running. Oliver had become upset. Bates and the Dodger had already run away after stealing the handkerchief. Oliver now began to run. The gentleman, now realizing his loss and thinking Oliver to be the thief, began chasing him. "Stop, thief!" he shouted. Other people joined the chase. Dogs began to bark. Among the crowds that was watching was a tall man in a long overcoat. He darted out of the crowd and came towards Oliver. This man had purple scars on his lips and red sores on his hands. There was an evil gleam in his eyes. He grabbed at Oliver and knocked him down. As Oliver fell, a crowd of people collected him. A policeman appeared and Oliver was dragged to the magistrate. The missing handkerchief was not found on him. The bookstall owner swore that Oliver was not the thief. Oliver was beginning to feel sick and feverish and fainted. The magistrate set him free. The gentleman, Mr. Brownlow, who was the victim of the robbery, called a carriage. "I'll take him home," he said. "The boy is burning with fever and needs to be looked after." Mr. Brownlow took Oliver to his house. Mr. Brownlow's house was fresh, clean, and spacious. The bed was soft and comfortable. The housekeeper, Mrs. Bedouin, was a kind old woman who nursed Oliver back to health. A picture of a beautiful young woman hung in Mr. Brownlow's study. Mr. Brownlow noticed that Oliver bore a striking resemblance to the lady in the picture. Mr. Brownlow was quite fascinated by the likeness. "I have become very fond of you, young friend," he told Oliver. "You must tell me all about yourself, now that you are well again." Just then, Mr. Grimwig, a friend of Mr. Brownlow, arrived. "Who is this boy?" he asked. "We'll talk about it later," replied Mr. Brownlow, giving Oliver some books and a £5 note. "Take these books and the money to the bookshop owner," he said to Oliver. Mr. Grimwig, who was watching, said, "The boy won't come back. He will sell the books and run away with the money." Mr. Brownlow was annoyed. "What nonsense," he said. "I know Oliver is a good boy. He will be back within the hour. You'll see."